Welcome back to Talkville. Yes, we did it. We're here. There's Tom, and now Tom is left. Ryan is here. This, guys, is the first episode of season 7 of Smallville, and our new producer of Talkville, Ryan Tellez. Give it up.
And we've only started with a handful of technical issues.
But those weren't your issues.
That was me, though, as always. It's always me.
Always
it wasn't
Tom.
you.
Tom's like, my internet's not working. I forgot about the kids.
Dude, no, it's always something with me. It is. Thank you guys for your patience.
It's all right.
Overwhelming patience. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm deep into it. I'm almost halfway through the season watching.
Oh.
So trying to get ahead of it. So when you guys say that you're finally available to record, I will be ready.
Well, we're going to do 2 today. We're going to do 2 next week. We're going to get ahead of the game. And look,
I'd like to embarrass Ryan for a second because this is the first episode we've recorded since we went on the Smallville cruise. And every single person there, we were talking about the podcast. And I was like, well, Ryan's taking over. Ryan's got the reins. And they're like, I'm telling you, every single person was like, no matter how busy he is, we need Ryan's favorite scene.
Yeah.
All right.
They want Ryan's favorite scene. I want Ryan's. Was that ever a discrepancy or?
I don't know.
But now I'm having to go back through my notes and because I'm not watching it from I'm not watching it from Ryan, the active participant. I'm watching it from Ryan.
Right. Yeah, you got to do that. I'm
rewinding scenes and I've enlisted the help of a few people who are close to the podcast.
Oh yeah.
And yes, shout out to Derek and Raj for your help.
Nice.
As we get started.
I love it. Look, we are excited to be back. I know a lot of people ask us if we're going to do the last 3 seasons that I'm not in. This isn't any kind of threat. It's not any kind of. This is just kind of like we're going along.
We're in the moment.
We're in the moment. We're doing this entire season, and we'll decide on that. But we love you, and the only reason we could even do this is because of our patrons. So if you're a patron and you support this podcast, you give back, you're the reason we're here. We love doing it. I do love doing this. I know Tom does too. We have a good time once we're recording and talking and having some laughs and trying to get guests. So we'll do our best. Also, some information. We have the Chicago Con. What's it called? Creation Con.
That's coming up quick.
Con. And that's coming up. So go to my Instagram at the Michael Rosenbaum and go to my link tree. And all the dates for cons are there and Smallville Nights. Make sure you get tickets to Smallville Nights. It's an absolute blast. Something you'll never see. I'm on Cameo. Tom's on Cameo. The TalkvillePodcast.com store for tons of fun merch. I see patrons always wearing "Damn, Who's That" shirts, and I just love it. And in the Inside of You online store has tons of Smallville stuff on there too. So make sure you look at that Inside of You online store. And if you can, listen to my podcast, Inside of You and Michael Rosenbaum. I appreciate the support. If you're already listening to this, make Inside of You your podcast too. Just subscribe to that and have a listen. I think you'll really love it. I know a lot of people think they're focused on just Smallville. I'm like, well, I have a lot of people on that are from Smallville and other shows that you would love. And we talk about a lot of stuff like mental health and, they're really good conversations and I'm really proud of it. So if you'll subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. What else can I say? I mean, we're ready to do this. We're ready to get into the season. And without further ado, let's get into season 7, episode 1. This is Bizarro.
Not for nothing, the end of season 6 was a huge cliffhanger. And so
it was.
Here we go.
It was a big cliffhanger. The episode is Bizarro, aired September 27, 2007. Director Mike Roll. I love Mike. He was a good guy.
Mike was great.
He's still alive. I'm making it sound like he's dead. Writers Kelly Souders and Brian Peterson. Great folks. New cast member Laura Vandervoort. Guest star Phil Morris as John Jones, Martian Manhunter. Synopsis: Clark dukes it out with his doppelganger. Chloe cheats death. And Lex finds Jesus and a hot new alien. There was some fun stuff about this episode. It felt different. It felt like different than season 6. Now,
it was a little visual effects heavy.
Yeah,
at the beginning. Yeah.
I felt that. I felt like you know, like I said, there was some good stuff, and I was, I want to see what happens next. And I'm curious, and I have no idea what happens next. So, but look, in a quick recap of season 6 finale, Clark can't stop hitting himself. Chloe uses her unexplained yet healing abilities, and the newly wedded Luthers head for Splitsville, which culminates in Lana exploding in her 2006 Jeep Liberty and Lex getting arrested at Reeves Dam. Who's that? That was good, Ryan. Reeves Dams. Who's that?
It comes up.
We begin at the facility as Lois pulls Chloe to safety, and then the dam breaks, taking a police car with it. Lex handcuffed in the back seat. Very cool visuals. I mean, you're on a bridge. You got the dam. You got all these police cars.
Did you feel more comfortable this time being underwater from the pilot?
No.
Okay.
You know why? It's not that I felt uncomfortable being underwater, but I had just had surgery.
Oh,
I just had back surgery, and James Marshall wanted me to kick out the windshield, and he kept telling me to do it. And I said, I just don't think this is good for my back. I just, I had surgery, and I remember getting pissed off. Like,
But can't they do that in cuts with a double?
yeah,
They had to?
And I remember being really upset that he made me do it. And I just remember that. I remember being underwater, and I remember getting up and go, I'm done. I hope you got it. I'm done. And that was it. Then when I see it, the scene, I'm like, they could have used anybody to just see me like do this. And it's amazing that, how little you actually have to do
Well,
because it's a cutaway.
what that brings to mind to me is one of the reasons why when we were on the show, I would watch our episodes is so I could find some rhythm or pattern in their editing, which helped me on set to conceptualize what we were shooting and how it was going to be used. And that, going back, I told the story before where I had to punch this thing and I didn't feel comfortable punching it. And then it didn't break when someone punched it. That's all done in cuts anyway.
Yeah, it's like, what are you doing? Why do
you
you
do
need-
have to protect yourself a little bit because
Yeah, I
a lot
learned
is
that.
going to be asked of you physically. And yeah.
Yeah, I learned that too. Clark wakes up in the forest where Bizarro promptly roundhouse kicks him in the face. Bizarro taunts Clark, but then under a convenient sunbeam, his face glitches, allowing Clark to wax off an impending strike. Clark uppercuts Bizarro out the forest and into a power tower that impales him through the abdomen. That was pretty cool. I like seeing a little bit of gore.
Yeah, I noticed. I noted later, but like the gore is ramped up. Like I think
It is ramped
in
up.
addition to like visual effects, like the actual like practical effects have like gotten a little bit more complicated.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
They've stepped up in a lot of ways. Meanwhile, massive waves barrel towards a father-son fishing spot. In a moment that will be talked about in therapy for years to come, the father trips and knocks himself out, leaving his son screaming in the shadow of certain death. The Clark arrives in the nick of time and shoots a face laser at the oncoming tsunami, turning it into a harmless steam. That was
pretty cool.
That was pretty cool, but it was like, man, that was a lot.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was going to be
think
that big.
It was pretty cool. And I remember that location because we shot there a couple times. But what I think we missed there is, so Clark kind of does what he does, turns, and the kid sees him. I feel like there was a beat where Clark should have went to the father and said, kind of recognized that, he's going to be okay, and made the kid feel a little bit better. Because what Clark really does is just turns around and goes and takes off.
Yeah.
It's pretty quick.
You'll be fine.
Yeah.
Underwater, Lex is about to give in to drowning until an apparition in an impractical swimsuit appears before him. Time slows down as Lex tries to comprehend what he's seeing. Writers confirm this is to be a callback to Clark saving Lex in the pilot. Now, I don't know if you knew this, but I don't know if it's the water, the angle, but my face looked fat. I mean, what a fat. Are you looking at
You
it
know what?
now?
I'm watching it right now. You're right.
It's just like
right.
loaded, bro. Now, that could be a combination of I just had surgery and I was on pills, because I remember I was taking
Hold on a
Norcos.
second here.
I was taking,
This is what we're talking about.
yeah. But I think my face was bloated because I was taking a lot of pills for my pain.
And you were underwater.
And I was underwater. So the two together made my face look a little, I don't know, Farley-esque.
You look like an infant.
Baby Lex. Meow. Meow. Why don't you take over there, Ryan? Why don't you have a read?
All right,
I
sure.
want read out.
Bizarro removes himself from the Tower of Power, and a good Samaritan rolls up and asks if he's okay. Bizarro responds by straight up lighting Broseph and Fuego. That was weird. Back at Reeves' Damn Who's That? Clark searches for Lionel, who is revealed to be unconscious somewhere downstream.
Yeah,
Lionel
you notice how Lionel's head is just propped up nicely.
Oh, it was so nice.
It's nicely on the log.
was
It's
so
like,
gentle.
oh, I'm going to be okay. You know, it's just like, okay, we get it. You don't have to prop him up so nicely.
I know. It was all for lighting and for
Yeah,
John's
for
comfort
whatever.
and Diva.
Yeah, it was a little thing I noticed. Did you guys notice it?
He was
didn't
then
notice it.
dragged away by a mystery figure in a trench coat.
Yes.
And then he's not seen for a very long time. Meanwhile, Lois looks for escape when her hand is grabbed by Philippe. Philip? I can't remember. It's spelled
Philippe.
Philippe. The young lad who was previously Bizarro's vessel. Lois practices motherhood by lying to the kid's face and saying it'll all be okay. She cries for help, and like Clark yanks away the heavy debris and escorts them to safety.
Yes.
And that's it for the kid.
In the Kent's barn, Bizarro finds the family's crypto stash, tears off his shirt like a psychotic Magic Mike, and then jams the rock into his wounds while making predatory eyes at himself in the mirror.
That's a good synopsis, Ryan. Well done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wrote question for Tom. What the hell? That was unique. That was beyond Red K. Clark. This was like a unique choice, I will say.
Yeah.
Do you remember it?
No recollection, Your Honor.
All right.
I will say, I thought you did a great job. I wish that Bizarro wouldn't smile as much. It was a lot of
Yeah.
I wish he didn't smile as much. I think it would have been more powerful, but I
You wanted a
guarantee-
little more Terminator?
Yeah, a little bit more just like, you know, but I liked it.
here.
But there was a couple of moments where I was just like, he didn't need to smile. And that was editorially a choice because I know you gave them options and obviously there's moments when you're not smiling, but they chose to like, hey, let's make this character comic book more, you know,
Right.
so it works. And I think fans will love it. But I just noticed it was like, I was like, oh.
Well, I mean, people were asking. I didn't include any of the questions, but they were like, "Did you make a conscious decision between Bizarro and Red K. Clark, or did you think about it at all?"
The answer is yes. I don't recall. I mean, I knew I didn't want to be Clark. I knew I didn't want to be Red K. Clark. I had to do something different. I think Red K. Clark, like I've said before, just didn't care about what the consequences were. Clark always did. And I think Bizarro Clark just doesn't care about anything at all.
Yeah.
What he's doing, what's going to happen, what happened before. In some ways, maybe that's why I said even Terminator, he's just there he's a bully, really.
Mm-hmm.
Where Red K. Clark tried to finesse his way a little bit, like he got off on being suave, maybe, perhaps.
Yeah.
Right? Bizarro was just like, I don't care.
Yeah, he was definitely different than Red K. There was I could tell a
That's
difference.
good.
It wasn't
That's good
as
to hear.
cocky in this. It was more straightforward, like this is what I need to do. So I like that. Meanwhile, at the river shore, Lex wakes up and locks eyes with his blonde savior. Hello, lady and angelic lady in the water. She takes off into the clouds, leaving Lex stunned and with a lot of sand in his briefs. At Smallville Medical, doctors scramble to revive Chloe. Lois tells Clark that she needs answers for her miraculous survival and plans to confront Lex. Clark, ready to confess his secret to her, says, "There's something you should know." Lois misreads his tone as about Lana and tells him she doesn't have time for this hard-achy BS. And that's a good thing. I think she would have like gone, "What the hell?" Although she wasn't that close with Lana anyway.
No, she really doesn't care.
She would have been like that? Oh, who cares?
Yeah.
No, I don't know if she would have done that. At Luthor Corp, Lex's assistant tells him to get to the chopper because he's wanted for murder. Lex wonders aloud, why would she save me after all I've done? He concludes that Lana was the only thing worth living for, and he's just going to turn himself in. Only thing worth living for, then why'd you smack her? You don't smack a woman you love. I don't know if that's a way you do it in other places, but not this planet, young man.
Talkville is brought to you by AG1. We talk about this constantly. AG1 just sent me a package, and it makes me so happy. These guys have saved Tom and I. Talk about, getting all your vitamins and minerals and not having to take all these other pills and, working for your digestion. AG1 has helped us so much and has helped so many people. A lot of patrons have asked us about it. And after they used it, they've said how great it is. They can't live without it. It is truly amazing. It's just one scoop in your water, stir it, tastes great, and start a healthy routine by using AG1. I mean, it's halfway through the year. I mean, how many of your New Year's resolutions have you actually stuck with?
Can't think of one, but I will tell you that yesterday morning I was literally having my AG1, and my new order came with a metal stirring wand. It's like, you charge it.
Yep.
And I was mesmerized for some reason. Maybe it was so early, but I put the scoop in, I put the water in, I stuck it in there, it came out, and it all dissolves so easily. It's so easy to drink, and it just, I don't know, everything's better after I did my AG1.
Many healthy habits can be hard to maintain. This one takes 30 seconds every day. AG1 is one of the easiest things I can do for my wellness every day, and it costs less than $3 a day.
You can also make it faster than a cup of coffee.
Yeah, it's less than a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
One thing I notice is my digestion, because I always had a nervous stomach. They say nerves, sometimes stress comes from your stomach, but after taking AG1, the digestion, the probiotics and prebiotics that they have in this stuff, it has just given my stomach a rest. I just feel clearer, cleaner. It gives me energy. Look, Tom and I can't do without it. And I know you won't be able to live without it either. So start giving your body the nutrients it deserves. Just head to my link, drinkag1.com/Talkville, to subscribe for less than $3 a day. If you use my link, you'll also get a free welcome kit with a shaker bottle, 5 AG1 travel packs, and more with your first purchase. Guys, what are you waiting for? Go to drinkag1.com/Talkville.
Lois arrives at Luther Mansion but is greeted by Bizarro. He lays on the creeper vibes way too hard and grabs her butt. Lois rightfully smacks him upside the head. Why didn't her hand hurt?
Yeah, I don't know.
I thought that, like, her hand should have hurt. But then I
Yeah.
go, okay, let it go.
Because she's hit Clark before and she's gone, ow, what the
Yeah,
hell?
she's like, ow, oh my gosh. what
Like,
do you made
where's
him?
it's a good spot for like buns of steel line.
Yeah. He leaves unfazed, and Lois should be way more concerned than she seems. Now, bad entity.
Yeah.
That you think that letting her go just seemed kind of like, why? I just felt like he should have thrown her across the room or something.
She's not a threat.
She's not a threat, but she should have said, there could have been something. I don't know. But at Smallville Medical, doctors pronounce Chloe dead. But psych, she wakes up in the morgue, toe-tagged and ready for an autopsy.
Do you guys think that Chloe can save herself with her powers?
No. She'd have to cry into a cup and then die and pour
She could.
pour a tear on herself.
She just opens up her fridge.
I mean, if she's not already dead, yes. Maybe one of her tears in a cup. Then she just
It's a good fan
pours that
question.
drop on her zit or her blister on her lip.
Yeah, she needs a mini fridge full of tears.
She bangs the walls and screams for help. Clark confronts one doctor who won't tell him what happened to Chloe, so he barges into the OR where another doctor tells him immediately. As Clark reels from the news, he superheroes all the sounds in the hospital and zeroes in on Chloe. That happened so fast.
Yep.
He hears it and she's out.
Yep.
Like, there wasn't much. I was like, where are we? I was a little disoriented.
Mm-hmm.
This is a huge episode, and I love you, but you keep asking for more from it.
Yeah. It's not that I want more, it's just that
It's
I
a
want
huge
some
episode.
God blessed answers, man. I want some answers from Smallville. Clark frees her from the metal tube and everyone is rightfully confused. Clark says she should stay for blood work, but Chloe would rather repress it, destroy the evidence, and GTFO. Beneath Chloe's death certificate, they stumble across another Lana. Right?
That was big.
In a holding cell, Lex's lawyer plays a recording of his very damning final argument with Lana and insists he gets an alibi. Lex says he wasn't saved to run away from his demons, but to face them. And on cue, Bizarro appears, hand stabs the lawyer in the stomach, and unceremoniously plops his spleen on the floor. He proposes an alliance with Lex to get more crypto and kill Clark Kent once and for all.
Yeah, the gore is really ramped up. Very gross.
Very gross.
What I've thought was interesting is whether or not Lex knew that this wasn't Clark or not. That's a good mystery.
Wait, doesn't he know that? Wait, wasn't doesn't he?
I think he looked on his face like something's, you know,
I'm going to play along.
you know,
a little bit.
when you kill the guy, I felt like I missed a beat, or maybe they cut it. But him grabbing this guy's spleen, Lex should have been like stepped a few steps back. Like
It's
what?
a little out of character for Clark.
Like
a bit.
what?
Yeah.
He just killed somebody. It was almost a damn who's that moment for me. But I still played it real and kind of like stoic, like what the hell. But I think I could have played it better. I think I could have played it a little more like a couple steps back. Like what did you do?
You need a little bit of damn who's that moment.
I needed the moment needed to be bigger for me as an actor, and I didn't see that from.
I mean, is he like a little bit in the place of like, I just saw this alien angel, this might as well be happening?
Yeah, maybe he's kind of hallucinating. He's
yeah.
like, is this real? Because I just saw this beautiful blonde alien woman, and now I'm seeing Clark Kent take this man's spleen out.
Well, I
the
also think
jail
Lex
cell.
with seeing that vision, he's like, maybe I can perhaps I can make her think she's pregnant too.
Oh, God. Back at Chloe's apartment, Chloe and Clark grieve Lana for a second, then go to sleuthing. They figure out that Bizarro needed a Kryptonian body to replicate and become whole again. And since Bizarro is Clark's exact opposite, he must thrive on kryptonite. They track down the Luthor's next shipment, but Clark says he needs help from John Jones, now healed after leaving Earth's atmosphere for a little bit. Meet Clark in the barn. And like he's in a bad job interview, John tells Clark that humanity is both his strength and his greatest vulnerability. Using this logic, Clark surmises that Bizarro has all the powers and none of his weaknesses, and therefore can be harmed by the freaking sun. Nothing, but you can be harmed by the sun.
Yeah. I just noted it's kind of like Signs, isn't it? That movie.
Yeah, it's like the water. It's everywhere.
Yeah, it's the thing that's everywhere is the thing that can kill the alien.
It didn't bother me as it bothered most people because I really love that movie.
I still haven't seen it, but I just know that was the twist.
I loved it, but well, it is. But like exactly, it's like I'm coming to a planet to destroy everything, and my only weakness is the biggest weakness you could have. You can't go out in the sun. As long as everybody does stuff it's like a Mitch Hedberg. Well, as long as everyone does everything inside, everything will be okay. I could kill everybody who's inside, just not outside. I'm Bizarro. Lex and Bizarro tread through the dam edge, looking for the crypto stash. Lex picks up a conveniently abandoned assault rifle and points it at Bizarro, but he's quickly disarmed and ragdolled against the pipes. Bizarro enters the crypto chamber and absorbs all the good stuff with orgasmic fervor.
When Clark arrives, Bizarro goads him, saying, "You don't deserve this life, but I do." Clark attempts a slow-mo jump punch, but Bizarro double fists him through a concrete pillar. Clark lands in a little pool of sunlight, healing his cuts. Face glitching, Bizarro lands a punch on Clark, who recharges and uppercuts Bizarro into next Saturday. Pretty epic. And he went to Mars, allegedly. That was the thing.
Oh, John Jones.
Bizarro went to Mars.
Oh, Bizarro went to Mars.
Bizarro went to Mars.
Oh, I didn't
That's what
know
they
that.
say. You know, people can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's what I read.
The next day at the Kent house, Chloe walks in on Clark listening to a radio report on Lana's death. Clark tells her that when he first heard the news, he was ready to kill Lex, and yet ironically came to understand him. And now with Bizarro, he's seen the monster he could become. He tries to ask Chloe about resurrecting, but she wants to keep pressing it, repressing it. Lois enters and forgives a confused Clark for peach picking. She says he probably did it because he was in shock about Lana, which totally tracks. No further questions. Normal thing for grieving dudes to do. Also, Chloe deciding not to share with Clark is a bit of a role reversal.
Later in the loft, John tells Clark that Jor-El would be proud, and just kidding, maybe caring about people is good for you. Clark says losing Lana made him realize humanity's fragility and how he's been ignoring his destiny by trying to be something he'll never be. Human.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. I that's very storybook, comic book kind of,
Yeah, I gotta stop trying to be something I won't. I have
it's
to
like
be who
stop
I
trying to
am.
be something you'll never be.
Yeah, and stop lying to yourself.
Sober by Kelly Clarkson plays as Chloe burns her death certificate and Lex accepts his fate in his new prison cell. He pulls out a photo of Lana and we cut to Shanghai, China, where Lois is alive and strutting around town in a
Lana.
blonde wig. Lana.
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 Yes. Lana's alive.
Yeah, Lana. That's what. Right. Yeah. Totally.
Lex got offended right there.
What?
It's gonna get worse with like the Caracaro. She enters her apartment, removes the wig, and gazes at the moon. And under the Smallville moon, we see Kara, Lex's savior. She puts on a shiny silver bracelet, strikes a hero pose, and takes off into the night sky.
It's interesting that she even saved Lex. Just throwing that out there.
Yeah.
What do we think that is then? Is that just like a
I don't
Kryptonian
know.
thing?
I don't know what she's doing. I don't know what she's up to yet. We'll
I
have
think
to
she
wait.
knows that Clark needs Lex to become who Clark needs to be.
Wow, that's
Hmm.
heavy foreshadowing if that's the case.
Just saying.
Closing thoughts. What do we think about Kara's purpose? I mean, we just talked about it, but what does it say about Kryptonian morality in her decision to save Lex? Should Lex have died? I don't think so. If she is a Kryptonian, maybe it's in her DNA to mostly help people. They're not evil people. I don't know.
Save people, help people, save humans.
Yeah, so she did. This may be a season of Clark coming to grips with his alien origins through John and Kara. The episode is full or near-death experience. Full of it, of near-death experience. A lot of people almost dying.
Chloe, Lex.
You ever had one of those before? Yeah.
Not.
Wait, are you saying that John is from Krypton?
No,
no,
it's
he's
Kara.
John is just like, well, John has been to Krypton and is sort of like is now like sort of Clark's like liaison to being an alien.
He's Mr. Miyagi.
He's Miyagiing him.
I've had a near-death experience, I guess. There's a couple of moments in my life where I was like, wow, I almost died. I saved someone once. One of my friends was drunk many moons ago, and he literally was standing next to me, and this bus was coming up, and he wasn't paying attention. He just went, and like stepped right in front of us, and I grabbed him by the shirt before he went in. Like a second before, like it was like Final Destination.
Ooh.
He was crushed. He would have been crushed.
Yeah. I was standing on a corner in Barcelona when this is pre-Smallville, and I think I was looking at a map because there were no phones. And I had a similar experience where I was standing there, and I see people now standing like, why do you stand right on the corner of traffic? Especially if you have a stroller with a kid. But I was standing there with a map, and this bus went by, and the map went out of my hands from the side mirror. And I just went, what am I doing?
I will tell you this. It infuriates me when I see people walking across the crosswalk looking at their phone and not paying attention to traffic. They're assuming no asshole drivers or everyone's paying attention, that there's no asshole drivers. You are risking I always look both ways. I'm hesitant before
No.
I am hyper aware. Just don't. People are so glued to their phones, man. I know
especially when you're driving on LA and you're in traffic. Look around. Everybody's on their phone.
I think it should be a ticket if you're walking on a crosswalk looking at your phone. Ticket. Boom. See ya. Interesting things to note. The opening credits change order. Originally Tom, Kristen, Michael, Erica, Allison, John, Annette. Now it's Tom, Michael, Kristen, Allison, Erica, Aaron, Laura, and John. Allison was at the end of a 14-day fast while filming this episode. Mark Snow is no longer the show's composer. He was amazing, and we were lucky to have him. Louis Faber took over the season 7 till the end of the series, or Fabre. This aired exactly 3 months after the release of the first iPhone.
I've really noticed how much workplace stress has been rising lately. I just talked to my friends, and it's stressful. Work can be very stressful. Your emails piling up, back-to-back meetings, and that constant pressure to keep up. Summer might be the perfect time to pause and take small steps towards your wellness. Personally, even just sitting in the sun for 15 minutes or hitting the incline on a treadmill helps me reset. With over 30,000 therapists and more than 5 million people served globally, it's incredibly easy to fit into your schedule. You can meet with a licensed therapist right from your phone and even switch therapist anytime. It's that easy. I think a lot of worries, Ryan, is that, I don't know. I don't like my therapist. I don't know what to do. I'm just not going to engage. No, you switch. You don't have to see that therapist again. They'll take care of it for you, and you'll find the therapist that fits into your life, into your world. With an App Store rating of 4.9 out of 5 from over 1.7 million reviews, it's clear it's helping a lot of people. Therapy has helped me. It helps Tom. It helps Ryan. It helps everyone. Just talking to someone and getting something out of your system, someone who could objectively talk to you, who's a licensed professional, who could guide you in the right direction. It's so important, because if not, it's like, you work your body out and you get in shape, but what do you do when your mind's not in shape? You go to therapy, and I promise you, by going to therapy, you are going to get better. It's going to help you in some way. It's just obvious. As the largest online therapy provider in the world, BetterHelp can provide access to mental health professionals with a diverse variety of expertise. And our listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/talkville. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/talkville. And we have a very special guest today, a lovable patron who's been so damn supportive of me and of this podcast and inside of you. And I adore you, and I thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. It makes me smile, and I'm wondering why you weren't on the Smallville cruise, Stacey Beth.
Oh, I was so bummed out that I couldn't go on that. I can't get away from work right now.
That's okay. I know,
but I wanted to be there. I was there in spirit.
You were there in spirit for sure.
Absolutely.
I'll tell you what, Stacey, not for nothing, we had a great time, but we learned a lot. And next year, and this is not a sales pitch, but trust me, Michael and I have spoken, next year is going to be so much more dialed in. So I think next year, if you're interested, or anybody else is, it's going to be epic.
Yeah.
I saw the dates. I'm going to request them off like now.
Uh-huh.
This is the first episode of season 7. We're here, and I'm excited. Why Smallville? How long have you been watching Smallville? What got you into it? What's so special about it?
So I got into it actually during lockdown, during COVID. I started watching it. Yeah, I started watching it then, and probably consumed it about 3 full times during lockdown. Yeah.
Wow.
And then obviously rewatching it now, trying to stay in line with, each episode as we go through it right now.
That is amazing. And so what's so special about it?
I find the stories, I want to say relatable, even though we're talking about somebody from a different planet. I find the practical problems or things that arise for different people, I find it just universal. And I love that. I love watching Clark figure out who he is going to be. And for any fan of the comic books or the original movies, that's just gold.
I love it. Do you watch with anyone, or is it just something that it's personal?
The cats.
The cats, good.
There's 2 kitty cats here, so they just let me watch with them.
And what did you like so much? We're talking about Bizarro. This is the first episode of season 7. After the big season 6, which is probably my favorite season. What did you like Bizarro? Did you like this story? Did you like where it was going?
I did. I liked the kind of faint introduction of Kara, obviously, and even though she didn't have any dialogue, if I remember correctly, but it was nice to see her kind of there. And I really liked that we got to see this side of Clark, and the Bizarro Clark was just so fun to see, like you, Tom, acting against yourself in this world, and a few little snafus aside, like the lights of the police car being on underwater. We'll look past that. The rest of it's just, it's
I
beautiful.
Didn't catch that.
Yeah. Did you notice that?
Wow.
Every time I watch it, I'm like, those lights are on. That's not possible.
Did you think Lana's going to come back? She's somewhere. We're going to introduce her, or were you hoping she didn't come back?
I don't know. I think that I was so caught up into Erica Durance's character, and Kristen Krug, I love you too, but I liked seeing a different side of Clark and his interactions with a, potential paramour. I liked seeing how he and Erica's character just the fighting and the arguing,
banter.
and
Yeah.
it was so real and just kind of fun.
It's funny because Erica and I have that in person. We have a really good banter, and that carried over, and we have a good trust with each other. It's a lot of fun. And Clark needed this. Clark needed to grow. I mean, the character needed to grow. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, look, we're delighted to have you on here. And what is it you like about the podcast? Because, Ryan's here. He's now producing the show. We're doing
First
season
show
7.
ever.
This is his first show
Congratulations,
ever.
Ryan.
He's killing it so
Wow.
far. And we're very excited for him. But
I like the deep dive. I like the getting to see a different side of the episode than just what is, projected on a television screen.
Yeah.
I like hearing what your stories are, what your takes are, and a little bit of the behind the scenes from, what you remember. And I like how it all comes together.
I agree with you because one of the ways that I get into this podcast, and Michael, it's all Michael's idea. Like I give him all the credit, but I realize that this is the kind of thing that I like to listen to from actors that I look up to. I want to know how they got
Their
there. I want to know what
perspective.
they were thinking. I
Right.
want to know what happened offset. How'd they get there? How'd they get to the moment? I like this stuff.
Yeah. And this
Yeah.
this is a pretty interesting season too, because it was my last. So I'm sure I'll have some stories to bring to your
It's a
attention.
That's
good
why
one.
That's
Yeah.
why it's interesting.
Oh boy. Stacey, you're the best. Thank you so much for all the support. Mwah.
Always.
Thank you,
Bye,
Stacey. I
gentlemen.
love your shirt.
Bye.
Thank you.
All right, we're gonna go to our hotline. These are our patrons. Patron privilege first. Here's Leah. Let's do it.
Hey guys, Leah here in California. Thank you so much for Cruiseville. It was so much fun. We loved it. I'm calling about episode 1 of season 7. Thanks for doing it, Michael. By the way, you made me cry this episode. I just think you're amazing. But my question is for Tom. Tom, is that your real voice? And if not, did you know they were going to use a modulator? And if so, can you give us a little line, please? Thank you so much. Love you guys. Bye.
Thank you.
Much like Justin Hartley, and I told this story before where they didn't tell him they were going to change his voice when he was Green Arrow. They didn't tell me.
I liked it though. I liked that they gave you
Yeah.
it. It needed it.
Why protect a Clark Kent who hates you when you can help the one who wants to be your ally?
But I also think that she just said a phrase which I think should be our next new t-shirt, which is, Mike, thanks for doing it. I think that's a good t-shirt.
I'd love to do a role where I literally talk like this. Do you think I can, something really deep? Do you think it really bothers me to do that? I could break you like a twig. You know what I mean? It'd be dope. It'd be dope to do something where just change your voice a little bit in low register.
Just like a guy who opens up the whole case for the detective.
I just recorded this thing to play a character in a movie, and they wanted a slight Texan accent, and I did what I thought was it, and I watched it. I heard myself, and I was like, I don't think I can send this at all.
Why don't you get my help? I'll help you on it.
All right.
I could do it. I mean, you know what? The best thing to do is just don't even try to do like a big one. Just try to let it
Just
go.
kinda
Like
get in
real
there.
subtle, throw it away.
Slow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just you don't have to like put it on. But it's tricky. Those are tricky.
You don't go full McConaughey.
All right. That's what I like about these freshman girls, man. Here we go.
Hey guys, this is Shanna from Leominster, Mass. This is for the season 7 premiere Bizarro. I was curious to know whether the music department considers the meaning of a song before choosing it for a scene. Kelly Clarkson has said that the song Sober is about picking the toxic people out of your life and only keeping those that are good for you, hence the line, pick the weeds and keep the flowers. Because of this meaning, I found it to be an interesting song choice to place against scenes of longing towards the end of the episode. Thanks, and had an amazing time on the first Cruiseville.
Oh, you're amazing. You are amazing. Thank
Good
you,
question,
Shanna.
but my answer quickly is no, because our theme song is not about a hero saving people. It's about a lead singer wanting to get out of the band that he's contractually obligated to be in.
No, but I do think a lot of songs have meaning, like Hurt by Johnny
Yeah, yeah.
Cash, and they just fit perfectly. I think a lot of times it's not as much as what they're saying or what they're meaning, because a lot of songs, I mean, all songs have different meanings.
Mhm.
If you listen to a song, you could say, oh, that's about a breakup. Or you could say,
It's
oh,
tone
that's
and
about survival.
Tone and frequency.
Yeah, so it's just I think it's more about a tone, and you're like, oh, this just sounds good in this scene. Oh, and then sometimes you go, what are they saying? Oh yeah, this works. Unless something they're saying makes no sense, they won't use it. But if it's like, this could work.
They also could have had like the budget for a Kelly Clarkson song because of the premiere of season 7. They're like, we got to throw a lot. Because there's songs that come up later that are not as notable.
Here's Teresa.
Hi, this is Teresa from California. This question is for Tom. I noticed in the episode Bizarro that Tom has a pretty nice tan. I was just curious if you went on vacation before filming this episode, and where did you go to get that nice tan?
I went to the
yes, it's funny because that's a big deal because the makeup department has to recognize that, and then as we're inside shooting for the next month or two, that tan goes away. But yes, I was on the East Coast outside on a boat playing golf, trying to enjoy myself before going back to work. So I was outside a lot. It's funny. A lot of times I think about Smallville is for like almost 10 years of my life, I was inside.
Jeez.
Yeah, I wasn't outside hardly ever. So I would get and I do tan easily. So I would tan in the summer, and then I'm sure in season 4 or 5, I won't look that way. I'm sorry, in episode 4.
Don't you have American Indian in your DNA?
Not that I'm aware of.
I don't know why I said that. I honestly thought. Here we go. Here's Andrew.
Hey guys, this is Andrew from Indianapolis. My question is for season 7, episode 1, Bizarro. When Bizarro pulls himself off of the power line, and then a guy runs up and asks if he's okay, and his Bizarro heat vision activates by surprise, why did that happen? Because it was a shock to Bizarro? Did he think the guy was cute being an opposite of Clark? I mean, that could be it. Or was it more of a desire to kill this guy, and like he's attracted to killing people? And that's kind of why it activated, because he saw this guy as easy prey. Let me know what you think.
Andrew, thank you for thinking that through so much. I don't think I ever did.
I never thought that. Yeah, I don't know.
I think I was just playing the character that they wrote. That would be a question for Al. Well, not Al, because he's not there either. That would be a question for Kelly.
He was there
and
for
Brian.
season 7.
Wasn't this their last one?
Season 7 is their last season, right?
Oh,
So if anything, we should get as many answers as we can this season from them. We'll chat with Al soon in upcoming episodes, I'm sure. Let's go to Bob K from New York.
Hey guys, Bob K, New York. Season 7, episode 1. Clark is quite powerful this season. We can see that by the way he evaporates a river. Tom, did you have any input into how powerful Clark was becoming, or was that just background story?
I remember calling the writers and letting them know that I think that he started taking AG1. And
AG1.
No, to be honest, I don't the only time I ever called in to make any adjustments was when I was directing episodes and I was asking for more attention, to be honest. To the script. But I don't ever recall calling in about storylines ever.
Larissa from Dallas, Texas.
Hey guys, this is Larissa from Dallas, Texas. I was just calling about episode 1 for season 7, Bizarro. I don't have any questions. I just wanted to mention something. I don't know if you guys noticed it, but Kristen's body double at the end of the episode, if you watch closely when it zooms out in China and like she's walking around, that's 100% a fucking dude. Like, that's a guy wearing heels and a dress walking in fake China.
It is?
And I thought it was the funniest thing ever.
Oh, my
anyway,
Lord.
thanks, guys.
Think you for that, Larissa.
I
think we should end questions, voicemails with that.
I agree. I double checked it. Like in the
we
wide,
got to talk to our producer about that.
In the wide.
Oh my God.
The person who's walking, it looks like a stuntman who was sort of forced into this. Like he's in heels. It's a struggle. He's struggling.
My gosh.
He's uncomfortable in his heels, or what?
It is a trudge.
Is that?
Hold on,
they've gotten in
gotta
trouble
find
for
this.
going. We're going to make you dress.
I mean,
like
I think they might have just needed to pick up the shot, and they're just like, "Hey, Dale, put on the dress and the
Wait
heels."
a minute, this isn't in my job description.
He didn't look happy.
I'm like, well,
I don't think
I wouldn't have cared. I've been in drag, Lord knows.
I mean, that's your wheelhouse.
But like, could you imagine? It's like, Lana, we found a great double for you. You're gonna love him. What?
The last thing I do want to ask, like, we don't have to listen to the voicemail, but like, people want to know, like, did you know that you were leaving at this point?
Oh yeah, Andrew from Phoenix. Andrew, I'll just answer you. I knew I was leaving. I knew I was leaving in season 6. Oh shit, you all right?
I'm fine. I'm good.
Sorry, I just rewatched it, the walk that they're talking about.
Oh,
It's
no.
pretty. It's
You can see
it's
it.
not Kristen.
No.
Well, but anyway, I knew season 6. I started telling him, I go, hey, make sure you write me, because I'm next season is my last season. So I was like, I signed on for 6. I actually signed on for another, which was the 7th. But I made it pretty clear. I don't think they believed me. I thought they were like, he'll come back. He'll come back. He'll come. They all were convinced I'd come back. And I think, if it weren't for Peter Roth, the president at the time of Warner Brothers Television,
Your buddy.
there was a chance I would have come back. I never have said this before, but he took me to dinner, I told you, and he, just this and that, and we really need you. This, you got to do this. You got to do this. And then they sent me an offer, and it was for the same. It was for no increase.
It was a one-way street offer.
It was just like, how dare you wine and dine me, talk about how you need me, and then make me an offer which is the same offer or nothing. So I'm
going to make you an offer you can refuse.
I mean, imagine, guys, you're working your job, whatever your job is. I don't care if it's from McDonald's all the way to corporate, whatever it is. And you're an asset and you work hard and your boss goes, hey, I want to take you out to lunch. And I just want you to know, I know you were thinking about, maybe going somewhere else to work, but hey, we need you here and, we want to make it work and blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden, you get a letter in the mail that says, we'd like you to extend your contract for 3 years, but we're not giving you any more money. We just want you to keep working here. It's like, what? So that was the last one. That was the last, what do you call it? The last hurrah. Straw. That was the last straw. For me, that was like, fuck you. That was it. That was like, if they came back with anything, it would have been different. It could have been different. I was set on not coming back, but I thought, wow, they're gonna actually do this, right? But I was really done. I wanted to go do other things and just be me and grow my hair. And people say, people always get mean and say, oh, well, what did he do after? It's like, well, first of all, you do a big show like this. It's like, you're lucky you're on a huge show like this. But for me, it wasn't about becoming a big star. It was about like, I want to go direct a fun little movie. I want to go do this. I want to spend time with my family and friends. I want to do some comedy. I want to just like live. And I've done it. And so if they would have enticed me enough to go, then I might have thought about it. But my mind was made up. But anyway, long answer, longer. And here we go. Rosenbaum rating system. Ryan, be honest. What are you gonna give this one? Don't try to make it appease everybody. And look at me. I love the show.
We
I
want
love
the
the
real
show.
Ryan, not producer.
Real Ryan, not producer Ryan.
All right. This, I'm gonna give it a rose and a half.
Rose and a half.
Rose and a
Very
half.
fair.
Rose and a
Very
half.
fair. Tom.
2.
I'm gonna give it a rose and a half.
Yeah.
I just felt like it was a little all over the place, a little bit like, where are we going? What are we doing? And it was just certain things I didn't like the execution.
It was good.
But it was a good episode. It's good.
It was
Rose
sort
and
of
a half's good.
This is where we're going now.
Death and save count. How many people got killed? How
Death
many
and save count.
saved? 3 dead. Fire guy, lawyer, and Chloe, who was resurrected.
Mhm.
6 saved, so she didn't really die.
Mhm.
Clark saves Fisherman and son, Lois, Chloe, and Philippe. Kara saves Lex. Through 1 episode, 3 dead, 6 saved. Series 221 dead, 235 saved. Ryan's favorite scene.
All right, scene 1, vaporizing the river.
Ah.
Scene 2, the final fight with Bizarro. Or scene 3, the montage at the end where we find out Lana's alive.
That's unfair. Montages are always great. We grew up in the 80s. There's nothing better than a montage. I got to go montage.
I don't think it's montage. I bet it is.
It's probably 2, but I'm going
I
3.
bet it is montage, but it upsets me because it wasn't that revealing in a way. I mean, it was kind of boring. I'm going to go 2. Ryan?
2.
Yes! 1-0 to start this season.
I was going to say 2, but I can't turn down a montage.
Yeah, montage.
It loves a montage.
Let's take the discussion online. Let us know your thoughts on the episode over on our socials and Talkville Podcast or Talkville Pod. Show your support for the podcast by joining Patreon at patreon.com/Talkville. We can always use your help. And if you want more information like merch from the show or our hotline number, you can find all that in the description. Make your questions, hopefully 15 seconds. That'd be great. If you can. I mean, unless it's just an unbelievable question. And no 2-parters, but we love you. This is a great first episode. A lot to say, longer than most episodes, but it should be. And thank you, Stacey Beth, for being on the show, our lovable patron. And yeah, thank you. Tom, good to see you. Ryan,
thanks, guys.
Terrific first episode.
It's going to be a great season.
Thank
Lot
you,
to
guys.
come in this one.
All right. Remember, folks.
Always hold on to Smallville.
Guys, we can't forget our top tiers. These are the folks that just go above and beyond, and we love the hell out of you. And I almost lost my voice there. Oh my gosh. Tom, let's do this. Leanne P. Raj C. Santiago M. Thomas Tom Turner, Shane W. Betsy D. Abby P. Karen Apple M. 99 more. Lalani N. Brett G. Always hold on to Smallville. Charlie T.
We got Garrett W., Bob K., Tom N., Jason W., Nancy D., Brian G., Grip Jelly 817, Amanda R., Teddy 127, Michael P. We love our Michael P. Ryan R., Randy B., Craig G., Jor-El, Heather and Greg. I may talk about Greg, Heather and Greg, Greg and Heather. They're the same. I mean, Talkville Say Butts, Brian H., Eric K., and Kristen B.
All right, what else we got here? We got the Finkster, Finky, damn, who's that? Jeanette B, or Jeanette E. Jeanette, sorry about that. It's E. General Zod, Doug R, Shanna, I, Ken the Limerick Guy, Corey L, Mr. Home Arcade, Claire M, D Brown, Jules M, Eldan Supremo, Brian P, McBurts, Ginger Moose, Christoph S. There can be only one, Leah. Amanda
Lynn.
Go ahead.
Gotcha. Jessica B, Sebastian F, Wolfie, Matthew and Lincoln B, Mary Lou L, Shannon Fofanen, Matt Maverick, Randy S, Cassie B, and Danny Mo Mirabelle.
Oh, Danny Mo Mirabelle. Mary K, Sophie L, when you're rich, you aren't crazy or eccentric. Rosenbaum fan, Sammy Sharman. Spicy Brown says. Carrie Ann, the Alexander Castle, Daryl E, Jenny B76, Monica T, Ms. M, Emily who locked, Jeffrey K, previously on Smallville, Keith B, Cookie K, Cookie. Oh, Cookie. Libertaria, Danny Z from Cleveland, Biagio C, Felicia B, Madison H.
Then we got As Told by Helen, Dr. J, Kurt F, Close 28, Dr. G, and Dr. T, Krypton Knight, Flirtatious B, Persix, a Luther Corp subsidiary, Naaman L, Smallville for Life, Bobby B, Kendrick F, Stacy L, Other Brother Daryl, Melanie P, Charlie M,
I saw
Cheyenne
Other Brother
F.
Daryl at a con.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was rad.
He said he was the other brother, right?
Yeah.
Heather H, Tom and Michael's friend Mikey, Syrian H, Hubs, Laura C, Adam C, Jackie J, and John W.
Bradley H, Dan L of Chizona, or Kaizona. Maria P, Coraline E, Dr. T, David A, Sierra, Rebecca R, Chanzo, Steph Meister, Tessa V, J Hay B, or J B, Ann M,
Probably.
Susie Loves Smallville, Catherine K, Chris F, Omar, and Kyle A. We cannot do this without you. We love the hell out of you, and thanks. Thank you. We'll see you very, very soon.